Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have a brand new episode in our card spotlight series in which I look at a card that I feel is underplayed or underappreciated in Commander and discuss its merits. But before we do that, just a quick reminder to please click subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It's the only way the YouTube algorithm really notices me, and we're currently growing the channel and it helps me a lot. Much appreciated. And today we're doing a special spoiler spotlight video for Phyrexia All Will Be One, and we're going to be talking about Otharri, Sun's Glory, which is a legendary creature Phoenix for 3 colors, 1 red and 1 white. It has flying, lifelink, and haste, and it's a 3/3. And whenever it attacks, you get an experience counter. Then create a 2/2 red rebel creature token that's tapped and attacking for each experience counter you have. And for 2 colors, red and a white, tap an untapped rebel you control, return Otharri from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Wow, this is a really cool Boros commander, and it's incredibly strong. So for 5 mana, you've got a really powerful Phoenix that can just keep coming back from the graveyard, and it fuels that return from the graveyard ability with the 2/2s that it's making with its attacking ability. It has a little bit of anti-synergy with itself because, of course, it comes in tapped, but it has an attack trigger, so you probably want to be using this on your opponent's end step. But the creatures that come in with its attack trigger also enter tap, and they're rebels, so you're probably going to have to wait an extra turn to be able to return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Still, that is a really powerful recursion ability on a card that is already super good. I kind of really like experience counters because they're a way for the card to just keep scaling late into the game, getting stronger and stronger. Rebel seems like a cool creature type to build around with this as well. There's obviously all the Rebel synergy from Mercadian Masks. Most of those cards are not particularly good, but with some new support like this, you might actually see a nice little Rebel deck pop up that includes all of those old cards in it, which are, of course, tutors in Commander. That's pretty solid, and I really like the fact that they come in untapped, so that kind of encourages you and pushes you towards building this into a Rebel tribal commander, which it doesn't have to be by itself. It can just be a regular experience counter commander. Also worth mentioning is that we are just entering a set that has a ton of proliferate effects, a lot of them on colorless cards, which means that we're going to be able to scale up those experience counters much faster than if we were just attacking with it. We can just keep proliferating those counters onto ourselves and actually get 2 or 3 counters a turn, which means that this is going to get really out of hand because you can't really deal with experience counters. They kind of just stay there forever. And since it's so hard to remove this, and since it has lifelink as well, which means that it's going to be difficult to kill you fast because you're going to be gaining back life, then eventually this should get out of hand. I see this as a very interesting Boros commander. Very fair because you do need to get in with it and attack with it. But once you get the first experience counter going, it can actually snowball really hard, and it seems to scale really well into the late game and be very, very difficult to remove because your opponent's going to have to keep killing it. But of course, you can just bring it back before your next turn because crucially, that last ability doesn't have the sorcery speed restriction, and then just smash in again and make a new board. You get a free board every time this attacks. I don't know. I just think this is a really, really strong card. I feel like it's going to be quite powerful, and I'm actually considering building it, even though I don't usually enjoy Boros that much. I feel like this could be really fun to build as a Rebel tribal deck. So there you have it. That has been our card spotlight for today. What are your thoughts on this card? Let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care.
Woo!